That's the thing with Test cricket. You've got to keep up a good standard for a long time, virtually for the 5 days. That's why Australia are such a good side, because they can maintain the pressure for that long. England are another side that play well in patches, but then they'll have a bad period. And against a side like Australia, that's all they need.
Oh, he's had a go at that one. That one he has hit well. That one's sailing way down over the deep long on fence, and a big 6 it is as well. Well, he may have mishit a few, but that one was really sweetly hit right off the meat of the bat, and that is more like the Mark Waugh we know. 3 down for 183. Three for 183. We've got a bit of a pause here because we're sitting up in the commentary box. I lost sight of that. One of the reasons may be because the ball ended up hitting the roof. If it did, this is a huge 6. Have a look at this. He's whacked it. Up she goes. There it is. You can see it. Now, where does it come down? On the roof of the stand. Well, that is a huge hit. Whoa.
That's an enormous hit. No wonder Mark Waugh was standing there admiring it. Well, that's a huge hit. I have no idea how high it is up here, but it's very high. Well, to still be at that height over that distance means it's an enormous hit.
Yes, we'll have to have another look at that. It may well still be on the roof, the ball. I'm not sure this is... I've certainly never seen this before. Up it goes. He got right underneath it. It just makes the roof. Just have a look at this. What a hit. I reckon that might have just rolled along the top of the roof into the gutter.
I'll tell you what, I bet there's no volunteers to go and get it. I've seen a former South Australian player climb up on the roof at the Adelaide Oval and retrieve a ball that had gone on that the red roof of the Adelaide stand. Once more, he did it in his cricket boots with the sprigs, but I don't think anybody will be climbing up there to get that one back.
Right, well, just to give you some idea, he's hit that one from this end, and it's gone way up and landed around about there. That's where it's gone, and it's just rolled towards the back of the stand. In fact, it probably went a little higher. I think it went up in the air, actually came down on the roof. What a hit.
Well, I can recall Kim Hughes hitting one to the second tier of the pavilion at Lord's in the Centenary Test. That's a pretty big hit, but I think this one would be, well, it's certainly a lot higher than the second tier of the pavilion at Lord's.
Badly. Now, we did have a bit of fun yesterday. Down at this end, we saw one of the best hits of all time. Mark Waugh's 6 was sensational. Have a look at this. Oh, he's had a go at that one. That one he has hit well. That one's sailing way down over the deep long on fence, and a big 6 it is as well. What a sweet hit that was. Now the question is, how big a hit was it? Well, I'm standing at the crease from which he was batting. That's the view looking down towards the stand there. I can tell you it's 90 metres down to the end of the boundary. There's another 10 metres, which then takes us up to the level of the roof down there, and it's 35 metres up to the top. So he smashed it down there, and it landed right on top of the roof. Now, those of you who've been to school know all about Pythagoras' theory. Not too hard to work it out. In a right-angled triangle, the square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. Very simple. 100, 35, and away we go with the answer, 106. There we are. A carry of 106. It would have gone a long way further if it had been allowed to drop instead of hitting the roof.
The Australian batsmen were getting ready for the fray this morning. Steve Waugh was in the nets, and then he came out onto the ground. He had Andy Bickle throwing to him, some short ones and some for him to drive off the half volley. And now he's made his way out to the centre of the ground, and everyone's just about ready for this third.